Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, let me wish you a happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. And so in the previous class, what we have discussed, I think we have discussed composite role and derived role, right?
Mm-hmm.
So have you discussed derived role?
No, just single row, and I think just single row.
Just single role only. Okay. Okay. So single role is nothing but like, say for example, so in the single role, we just give our required T codes in the menu tab. Okay. Here we give the required T codes in the menu tab. And say for example, SC01. Okay. And for this given T code, we have to create authorizations in the authorizations tab, right? So here we create authorizations for this given T code, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then we save and generate profile like this. We save and generate the profile. Then we will assign it to user, right? Say some user. Okay. And do the user comparison. Okay. So this is what creating a single role, right? So in this way, you can create single roles. Okay. Got it? Hello?
My
Hello,
phone.
EP?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I said my phone is always on mute, so
Okay,
I
okay.
always, I always delay my answer.
Okay. So when coming to composite role, so composite role is a combination of multiple single roles. Okay. So once you create single roles, so if you want to assign multiple single roles to multiple users, okay. So rather than assigning each single role to user, we can insert all these single roles into one composite role, and we will assign that composite role to users. So that means composite role is a combination of multiple single roles. Okay, that's it. In composite role, we cannot change authorizations. In composite role, we cannot change authorizations. Okay. So if you want to change authorizations, you can do it in the single roles only. Okay. So how we can create composite role? Okay. Say for example, create one more single role. The menu, like give some other T code. Say for example, SU24. Go to authorizations. So create authorizations and generate profile. Okay. So we have created two single roles, role 1, role 2. Okay. Now we can create one composite role. Give a name to the composite role. and click on here, create composite role button. Okay. So click on create composite role button. See here, we cannot have even authorizations tab to change authorizations. In the composite role, we cannot change authorizations as we don't have this authorizations tab. Okay. So instead we have one new tab by roles. Okay, we have new tab roles. So here in this roles tab, we can assign our single roles, required single roles. So here go to the role, here click here and select your required single roles here. Say for example, give role star. It display all the single roles starting with role. See, choose these two single roles. So like we can assign multiple single roles. Okay, there is no limit. Okay, not only two, we can assign multiple single roles. So then go to this menu tab. Here in the menu tab, we have to click this import menu to import menus of those two roles. Menus are nothing but assigned T codes. If we click here import menu button, those inserted T codes will be displayed here for each role. So for role 1, this is the user maintenance T code. For role 2, this is the T code. So if you click here this button, okay, T codes will be displayed for this transactions, user maintenance and authorization object maintenance. Click here. See, this role 1 contains SE01 T code. This role 2 contains SE24 T code. So then go and assign it to user. Assign it to some user ID. Okay. See here, we didn't create any authorizations. We just assigned already created new roles into this composite role, and we will assign that composite role to user here. Okay. So that it means composite role is a combination of multiple single role. That's it. Okay. So normally we create these composite roles for the default T codes. Okay. So normally in real time, okay, we have to create some single roles for some default T codes. So those T codes we have to assign each and every user according to their grades. Okay. Say for example, if
Sorry, I don't understand. You said I don't understand what the last thing.
So normally in real time, users can be segregated according to different grades. Like all supervisors are one grade, all managers are one grade, all senior managers will be another grade. Okay. So according to these grades, we have to assign some default T codes. Okay. For some supervisory grade, we have to assign some T codes, some default T codes. For manager grade, we have to assign some other default T codes. So like that, we have to create roles for the default transaction codes, and we have to assign, we have to insert all these single roles into one composite role, and we have to assign these composite roles to users based on their employee grades. Okay. According to the grades, we create composite roles.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, tell me.
So you cannot create default T codes and add it to um, say for example, you add different T codes plus the new T codes into a row, you can do that?
No. I didn't get you. Come again, please.
You say you have to create different default T codes.
Yes.
And then add it into a row, right? So
Yes.
when you say default T code, you mean customized or what?
Yeah. Default T codes will be defined by the management. Okay. So like functional team. Functional team means like, or you can say for example, finance team. Okay. Finance team is there. So finance team head will define what are the T codes for default T codes for the finance module. In the same way, sales and distribution head, SD department head define default T codes for the SD department, sales and distribution. So in that way, all these module owners define the default T codes for each and every function module. Okay, like a function module means all these FI, SD, MM, HR, PP, these are all called function modules. Their heads will define the transaction T codes for their respective module. So once they define the default T codes, so we have to create single roles for those default T codes, and we will create composite role according to employee grades, and we will assign those default these composite roles to users based on their employee grade. Okay. For
Can
supervisory,
you add a default? Can you add a default T code and maybe SU01 to a user?
see, this SU01 is not default T code. Okay.
But can you add both of them and assign to a row?
Yeah, you want to say that you can assign both T codes to one role and you can assign that role. That's what you are asking, right?
Yeah, so you can assign a default T code and maybe SAP already T codes like SU01, SU24. You
Yeah.
can assign both to a row, right? Hmm?
Yeah.
Can you do that? Okay.
Both T codes you can assign.
Okay. So default T code, SAP T code can be assigned to a row.
Yes.
Okay.
Assign to role, and just composite role definition is it contains some multiple single roles. That's it. Okay. So definition of composite role is a combination of multiple single roles. Okay. And we cannot insert one composite role into another composite role. Okay. We can insert only single roles into composite role. We cannot insert one composite role into another composite role. Okay. So this is the composite role. And another type of role is derived role. Okay. So derived role concept. Okay. There is a types of role, role and composite role. So another type of role is derived role concept. What is this derived role? So all multinational companies follow this derived role concept only. Okay. So the derived role concept is to restrict authorizations based on some arg level, arg value. So derived role concept is restricting authorizations based on the arg values, organizational values. That is derived role concept. Okay.
What is org values?
Yes, what are these org values, right? So to restrict authorizations based on their geographic areas, say for example, company code, plant code, division, distribution channel, we can create these derived roles. Say for example, if our company is doing its business across the country or across the globe, okay. See, once we create a role to create sales order, okay. So we have to create one role to create sales order. That role can be assigned to users in all the countries. Okay. Say for example, if we are doing our business in 10 countries, for the users of 10 countries, we assign this role to create sales order so that users of 10 countries having same authorizations, right? If we assign that creating sales order role, all 10 countries users will have authorization to create sales order. Okay. But here we have to restrict their authorization based on the org values. Those are called like company code. We have to define company code separately for each country. Okay. And we have to define plant code for each country separately. And we have to create different distribution channels for each country. Okay, like that. Say for example, we have created 10 company codes, 0001 to USA, 0002 to UK, 0003 to India, like that. We will assign those company codes. Okay, and we will assign this sales order creation role to all USA users and UK users and India users. Okay, all these users will get same authorization so that they can create sales order. But we can restrict authorizations of USA users. Okay.
Can you hold on?
Yeah, sales order.
Can you hold on? Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Hello?
Please hold on, hold on.
Okay, okay.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we restrict their authorizations based on their company code or plant code. Okay. So that USA users can create sales order only for USA country. Okay. So and UK users can create sales order only for UK. Indian users can create sales order only for India. Okay. So here first we have to create one parent role. Okay. And from that parent role we can create n number of child roles. Okay. So this parent role is also called as a master role, and the child roles are also called as derived roles. Okay. So first we have to create parent role, and in the parent role we have to maintain all required authorizations. Okay.
Can you hold
So
on, please? Hold on.
yeah. So if you are you writing, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, sorry about that. I have to go get some.
Okay.
Sorry.
So first we have to create one parent role. Okay. So in the parent role, we have to maintain all required authorizations. Okay. So role underscore parent one. Okay. So parent role or child roles, both are single roles only. Okay. So create a parent role first. Give a name to parent role and click on this create single role. So go to menu, like give some T code VA01 to create sales order. So VA01 is the T code to create sales order. Go to authorizations. See, these are called organizational levels. Company code, controlling area, divisions, sales organization, distribution channel. Not only this, there are some other org levels also there. So we have to maintain values for these org levels. Okay. So we don't maintain these org levels in the parent role. So ignore these in parent role. We do maintain authorizations in the parent role. Okay. See, these are all like, so this controlling area, this company code, and this division, sales organization, distribution channel. These are all org levels. So we don't maintain org levels in the parent role. So go to save. So we already maintained authorizations.
said we do not maintain org levels in
No,
parent.
in the parent role, we don't maintain org levels. Okay. In the parent role, we don't maintain org levels. We maintain only authorizations. So after save, click on generate. See here, it is saying there are
Okay.
open org levels exist. Okay. Then also we can generate. See, understand authorizations are different from organizational levels. Okay. So go back. So here we have generated authorizations for the given T code VA01. Okay. And we didn't maintain any org levels in the parent role. Okay. And we don't assign this parent role to any users. Okay. We don't assign parent roles to any users. So go back. Now from this parent role, we can derive n number of child roles. Okay. So for example, give a name to child role, child 1. The child role is also called as derived role. Okay. Give a name to child role and click on create single role because child roles are also single roles. Click on single role. See, give some description like child one. So here, while creating child role, in the description tab itself, in the description tab only, we can see one field called derive from role. We can see this field derive from role. So in this field, we have to give our parent role. Our parent role is role underscore parent one. So here give the parent role from which you want to derive. Role underscore parent one and click on enter. System prompts you to confirm the parent role. Yes, click on yes. To save the role, yes. See, once you confirm the parent role here, system creates child role by copying menus from the parent role. See, once we confirm the parent role, system copies menus of the parent role into child role. If you go and check here in the menu, there is VA0. Okay. So that means system will create one inheritance relationship between this parent and this child role. There is a inheritance relationship between this parent and child. Okay. So then go and create another child role. Create, click on create single role. Give a name to description to child. So go to description. Here also give your parent role. Press enter. Once you confirm the parent role, okay, menus will be copied from parent to child role. Okay. So like this, you can derive a number of child roles. Okay. In this way, we can create a number of child roles. Okay. Once we create child roles as per our requirement, then go to parent role again. After creating child roles, again go to parent role. and change. Go to authorizations in the parent role. See here, once we create child roles from the parent role, in the parent role, one push button will be created. Okay. So this button will be created in the parent role. If we click this button, authorizations of this parent role will be copied into all child roles. Okay. This is generate derived role button, derived roles button. Okay. If we click this button, the authorizations of this parent roles, authorizations of this parent role will be copied into all child roles. Okay. So click this button, continue, and generate. So after generating authorizations into parent into child roles, so go and check each and every child role. Go to child 1, change. Okay. See here, authorizations copied from parent role to child role. Here, go to authorizations tab, go to change. So here we have to confirm the copied data. Click on this copy data button in child role and then go to organizational levels. See here in the child role we have to maintain org levels. So go to company code, press. See these are all company codes. So select one company code for this child role 1. So I want to restrict authorizations based on company code only. So that is why I have maintained company code here. For all remaining levels, I am giving star. That means full permission for remaining org levels. So click on save. See now, save and generate, and we can assign this role to user. Say for example, one user ID, Srinath. Okay. Assign this role to users. So this user can create this user can create sales order according to this authorization, but he can create sales order for only company code 0001. Okay, and then go to other child role. Go to change child role, go to authorizations, change authorization, copy data, continue, go to org levels. For this company code, for the other role, maintain 1000 as company code. So this user can create sales order only for this company code 1000. So remaining org levels maintain some star. So save and generate. Now this role also can be assigned to users. So I am assigning this to some other user. So this SAP user, this user ID can also create sales order, but he can create sales order only for company code 1000. That means The child 1 has been assigned to user Srini and the child 2 has been assigned to SAP user. Okay. These both users can create sales order. That means authorizations are same for the both users. But org values will be different. For Srini, he can create sales order for only company code 0001. And this SAP user can also create sales order, but for the company code 1000 only. So this is derived role concept. That means authorizations will be same, organizational values will be different. Okay. So if you want to restrict authorizations based on their users' geographic area, we can use this derived role concept. Okay. And these both parent and child roles, both are single roles. So we can insert child roles into composite roles also. Okay. Yeah, child role is a single role. We can insert this child role into composite role. So that is the derived role concept. Okay. If is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So single roles, composite roles, and derived roles. Okay. These three type of roles we can create in SAP. Single role, composite role, and derived roles. Okay. So now we can see some important tables. Okay. So we can access tables through transaction code SE16. If we execute transaction code SE16, we can access tables. Here we can give any table name. Okay. But here we have to discuss some important tables like all user related information stores in USR tables. Like if you give USR star and
I have a question.
pardon?
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Can you assign two child roles to a parent role?
Can we assign char?
Two child roles to a parent role.
Which roles?
Can you assign two child roles to a parent role?
No. I didn't get you. Go to PFCG. So you want to, you're asking, can we assign two?
Did we assign? Yeah. Two. Did we assign? Did we assign child roles to parent role?
No. We don't assign child roles to parent role. We can derive child roles from the parent role.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't assign child to parent. We just derive child from the parent.
Oh, so we try to create a child role and we derive a child role from a parent role.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. So each child role is independent of its own, not connected to another child role.
No. Each child role is a dependent role of parent role.
Of a parent role, right? Okay.
Yeah. See, if you take this child role, okay. So this child role is derived from this parent role, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this child role is dependent role of this parent role because there is an inheritance relationship between this parent and child.
Okay. Can you derive the same another child role from the same parent role?
We can derive one role from another child role.
Huh?
No. See, you are asking, can we derive role from child role? That's what.
Uh-huh.
No. We can derive from parent role only.
Okay, so we derived child one from parent one, right?
Yeah.
Can we derive child two from parent one
Yes,
again?
we can derive n number of child roles.
Okay,
Not only two, we can derive even 10, 100 child roles also from the parent role.
okay. From the same parent role.
Yeah. So if we derive 100 child roles from the one parent role, okay. So all those 100 child roles will have same authorizations, but with different organizational values. Okay.
Oh yeah, you would change the different org levels.
Yes, exactly. See, now this child is dependent of this parent role. So if you want to make this child role as a independent role, you can delete this inheritance relationship. If you delete this inheritance relationship between this parent and child, then this child will become independent role. Okay. But once we delete inheritance, again we cannot recreate inheritance between this parent and child. Okay. So if you make any changes, any authorization changes in the parent role, those changes will be affected in all child roles. Okay. If you add one new T code to the parent role, that new T code will be added to all child roles. So if you make any changes in the parent role, those changes will affect all child roles. Okay. So then we can go to the SC16 where we can access tables. Okay. So all user related table stores in the USR star, USR tables. So if we give USR star and click here, it displays all USR tables. So this USR02 contains logon data, that means user ID password. USR03 store USR03 stores user address data. Okay. So like that, these USR table stores users information. Okay. Go to USR02. If we give any user ID, say for example, so it displays user information, user ID, password, okay, user type, etc. Okay. Who created that user ID? When created? Okay. With the date and time. So here this user USR table stores user information. In the same way, AGR table stores role information. Okay. Like if you give AGR star, if you click here, it displays all AGR tables. So here, if you select this table AGR underscore 1251, AGR underscore 1251 table contains authorization data. If you give any role name here, so if you give any, so role name here, it displays authorization data. What are the objects it contains? What are the fields it contains? What are the field values it contains? So this is authorization data. If you go to AGR underscore 1252, so it displays organizational data. Okay. So like if you give what you can say role underscore, okay, if you give one child role, it displays so it displays org values, organizational data. So this AGR underscore 1252 displays organizational values. In the same way, AGR underscore AGRS. Okay. So this table contains relationship between parent and composite role and single role information. This table contains a relationship between composite role and child single roles. If we give any composite role like role underscore COMP1, so role underscore 1, so if you give to composite role name, it displays inserted single roles. So AGR underscore AGRS stores single role and composite role information. And one more table, AGR underscore define. This table shows information between parent role and child role. So one, if we give this parent role,
Here's a fish in the garden. That's finished now. It's okay. I don't want to eat the head.
okay. So this parent role contains two child roles.
Look at it.
So this AGR underscore define stores parent and child role combination. And if you take another role, AGR underscore users. So if you go to AGR underscore users table, if we give any role name, it displays the list of users who assigned to that role. So this role has been assigned to this user. T codes. So there is another table, AGR underscore T codes, which displays list of T codes for the role. So this role is having this T code. So these are all important tables.
What about users T codes?
Which one?
T code assigned to users.
T code assigned to users.
Mm.
T code assigned to users. Okay? That means like which T code you want to assign which users. Okay.
No, which table to display T code assigned to users?
Display T code assigned to user. This one only.
No. I want to see the T code that are assigned to users.
Users. This table. This table shows list of users assigned to role. These
Yeah,
two.
I know. I want to see the users and the T code assigned to them.
Yeah. See, for that you have to go to AGR underscore 1251. 1251 table. Okay. See here. Say for example, so for which T code you want to know that information. So here authorization object is S underscore T code. Okay. So you have to give object S underscore T code. Okay. So in this object we have field name TCD. Okay. For this T code value is, so for which T code you want to get the user list. Say for example SC01. Okay. So give the role star. So it displays list of roles which contains SC01. Okay. So there are no roles contains SC01 T code. So we have to give SC01 in tabs, capitals. So execute now. See, this is the role contains this T code SC01. So if you want to find out users list for this role, okay, go to this role one. Okay, give this role underscore one here. Go to another table, AGR underscore users. Okay, in this table give that role name, role underscore one. Okay, then execute, it displays the users list. So for this role, these two users have been assigned. Okay, so SC01 has been assigned to these two users. So that is what.
Yeah,
Right?
what if you have a user? If you
That is
have a
what you are
user,
asking, right?
no. If you have a user,
Pardon?
if you, let's say for example, you have a user and you want to know what T codes and authorization objects is assigned to.
Yeah, which object? Which T code?
Yeah, for a user, not for a role.
See, that is what I am. See, first we have to find out the role name for the required T code. Okay. So then, we'll see. For example, otherwise I will go to SUIM.
No, we don't have a role.
Okay, go to SUIM.
Mhm.
Okay. Go to users by complex selection criteria. Okay. So here, see, here you can give the authorization object S underscore T code.
No, we don't have the object. We just have the username.
Username.
Yes, I have a user. I want to know what authorization object and what T codes is assigned to that user.
See, this is the user. Say, for example, Srini. Okay, there is one user. Okay. So, what you want to know?
What authorization object and what T codes is assigned to that user.
What T code has been assigned to this user? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So then go to this user master record. Okay. In SC01, go to this user master record. Okay. Go to his user master record, go to roles. So here there are two roles assigned to the user, right? So copy these two roles. Go to other session. Go to SC16. 1251. Go to this table. Okay. So copy these roles into that table. So another copy the another role here. Okay. So then execute. Okay. So these objects, these fields, these values assigned to that user. Okay. Okay. This user has been assigned to these two roles, and these two roles are having these objects, fields, and field values. Okay. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So in this way, we can find out the reports. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Ife, and I will send you this recording. Okay, of today's class. Okay, and again, so again we will meet on meet tomorrow at same time. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
I will send you this recording. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.